Hey, what's the worst mistake you ever made? And how much did it cost you? You know, life is full of mistakes. Life is just too short to worry about making mistakes. It can lead us to an analysis paralysis. But when we're buying a house, there are some mistakes we do not want to make because little mistakes when buying a house have a huge price tag. Today, I want to suggest 5 mistakes that we do not want to make when buying a house. The 5th one, I guarantee you, has the potential to take your house from you, put you into bankruptcy, and leave you on the street. You don't want to click off this until I give you all 5. Mistake number 1 to avoid: never overpay for your home. If your mortgage, your homeowner's insurance, your taxes, combined with your CDD and the monthly HOA is greater than 25% of your combined household income, my friend, you have made the serious mistake of overpaying for your home. You don't want to be house rich and cash poor. You don't want to have a 10 to 15 year recovery period by making that mistake. So we need to be extremely careful to budget all monthly expenses when we buy that home. Mistake number 2, failure to calculate the tax adjustments. Homeowners are going to pay about 1.5% of the purchase price. Then the state of Florida is going to give you a homestead $50,000 tax exemption called the Homestead Act. They're going to take the appraised value, they're going to take $50,000 off, and once you've owned that home for a year, that homestead is going to give you money back every single year. The purchase price times 1.5% is going to be what you are going to pay. Now, oftentimes, always when you look at the MLS, here's what you're going to read. Your taxes are going to be X, it says on the MLS. But that's what the guy who bought the home 5, 10, 15, or 20 years ago is paying for taxes. They're going to adjust your taxes when you buy that home based on that purchase price. Don't miss that calculation. Ask your realtor what is going to be the calculated tax. Mistake number 3, refusing to have the home inspected by a licensed professional. Oh my goodness. Almost every client says, do I need to get the home inspected? Look, the home inspection is only going to cost you about $600 on the average. You're going to have the plumbing, the structural integrity, the electrical, and the roof are all considered what's the basic 4-point inspection. But you want a wind mitigation from a roofing expert. You want that wind mitigation. Why? Because the insurance coverage is going to give you back a premium reduction every single year when you can prove that your roof was strapped down in a way that is code to the state of Florida. New homes have to be built this way. Homes that were built 20 years ago, they didn't have to be built this way. You want to pay for the inspection. It's the best $600 to $800 you'll ever pay when buying a home. Mistake number 4, failure to read and understand the rules and the regulations of your HOA, and especially if you're on water property, read your canal bridge clearance. Oh my goodness, I've heard horror stories. The guy, he's excited. He's coming down from the Great Lakes region. He's got a great big yacht. He buys a house that has a private dock. He wants to go out into the Gulf of Mexico. He has a bridge, one bridge between his house and the Gulf of Mexico, and it's 6 inches lower than the height of his boat. Bingo. He's got to either sell the home or sell the boat because that bridge isn't going to allow him to put his boat at that private dock. Look, the HOA has every right to restrict the deed to your home. It says right on your sign going into your development, deed restricted community. The realtor has to provide, and the HOA have to provide the rules and regulations of that homeowners association before you buy the home, and it's required by law for you to sign that HOA stating that you've read it and that you understand it and that you intend to comply with it. Do you have a dog? You want to put up a fence? If the HOA says you can't, you won't. Don't think that you're going to get the HOA to do what you want to do. They just won't do it. Now, I said there was a 5th one, and I said it would guarantee to bring your home into financial ruin. Here's what it is. You buy a house in a flood zone, and if nature brings a flood that destroys your home and you don't have flood insurance, you're going to have a big bank account, and you're going to have the detriment now that your home has lost value. Because if it was like in Fort Myers after Hurricane Ian, when that flood zone hit, flood zones that were X, which was the very, very best of flood zones, they are now different than X. X flood zone is the only one you want to buy in, or you want to at least check with your insurance agent what is going to be the insurance premium, because the insurance of flooding is going to cost as much as your entire homeowner's policy. You're going to double the cost of your insurance. So you've got a budget for flood insurance if you're in a flood zone. And if you are in a flood zone, don't defy the power of the Almighty. It's going to have the potential to take your home away. Now, don't get caught in the analysis paralysis. This is a great time to be investing in the Florida market. There are people coming in here at a rate of 1,000 per day. That means the demand for homes is very high. It means the pricing is very, very solid. My friend, I think I can help you avoid these 5 mistakes. My information is right there on the screen. Give me a call. Shoot me a text. Write me an email. And I'd be glad to help you avoid the 5 mess ups that have the potential to take you down. This is Brent Haggerty, Gulf Premier Sarasota, licensed by the state of Florida and brokered by EXP.